The boat you're looking at right now, the engine bolted to the transom, and the fish finder mounted on the dash are all made by the same corporation, not a figure of speech, not marketing language. Brunswick Corporation builds all three, and they have been running this play for over 60 years. Here's what nobody standing on a dealer lot puts together. Brunswick doesn't own two boat brands. They own more than 60. Sea Ray, Boston Whaler, Bayliner, Lund, Crestliner, Low, Harris, Princecraft, Heyday Thunderjet. That's just the boat side. They also own Mercury Marine, which controls roughly 47% of every outboard engine sold in America. And in 2021, they wrote a check for $1.05 billion to acquire Navico, the company behind Lowrance, Simrad, B&G, and CMAP. Your hull, your motor, your electronics. One parent company, one margin calculation, and 60 different logos to make it feel like you had options. By the end of this video, you'll know which Brunswick brands are actually built differently, which ones share the same hull mold with a different name on the transom, and why the price gap between a $45,000 Bayliner and a $65,000 Sea Ray is not what the dealer told you it was. Let's start with the one that's going to bother you the most. Bayliner and Sea Ray. One is positioned as the entry-level bow rider for first-time boat buyers. The other is the premium sport boat with a name that's supposed to carry weight at the marina. A former dealer who sold both of them, along with Maxim, the third sister brand Brunswick eventually killed off, posted on the Hull Truth that in certain models, size for size, the hulls come from the exact same mold. Same construction techniques, same materials. The difference is the top side. They swapped the cockpit layout, the cabin trim, the upholstery grade, and the badge. That's a guy who moved these boats for a living, not a Reddit comment. The Bayliner VR6 and the Ray SPX 210 are built in the same Brunswick factory. Both come standard with Mercury power, also Brunswick. New, the Bayliner sits around $45,000. The Sea Ray starts north of $65,000, $20,000 apart. Sea Ray does use vinyl ester resin in more of the layup. They put stainless hardware where Bayliner bolts on plastic. The glass is tempered and tinted. They add sound insulation they branded Quiet Ride. Those differences are real, but they're trim differences, not structural ones. And here's the part the brochure leaves out. The mechanics and repairers who work on both brands say the same thing across multiple forum threads. Sea Ray quality has drifted down since the 2008 recession. Bayliner quality has crept up. The gap that's supposed to justify a $20,000 premium is narrowing, and it was thinner than the price suggested from the start. That's number one. And if you're watching this trying to figure out which brands are genuinely built different under the gel coat and which ones are just a $20,000 markup on the same hull, I graded every major brand on 7 construction criteria, from physical teardowns in the hull and build quality rankings. It's inside the bilge files. Scan the QR code or hit the link in the description and pinned comment. Now, the engine. Mercury Marine has been a Brunswick subsidiary since 1961. At the end of 2025, Mercury held approximately 47% of U.S. retail outboard share. At the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show that year, 61% of every outboard on display was a Mercury. At the Sydney Show, 50%. Every Brunswick boat brand ships Mercury by default. Boston Whaler, Sea Ray, Bayliner, Lund, Crestliner, Harris, Princecraft, Thunderjet. All Mercury, no negotiation unless you push for it. But it extends way beyond their own hulls. The entire Bass Pro White River Marine Group, Tracker, Ranger, Nitro, Sun Tracker, Tahoe, also defaults to Mercury for dealer pricing reasons. So when you think you're shopping between competing brands, you're often comparing different Brunswick hulls with the same Brunswick engine bolted to the back. Same parent, same margin, different sticker, and then they closed the last gap. In October 2021, Brunswick paid $1.05 billion in cash for Navico. Brunswick's CEO said it explicitly. This deal was part of their ACES strategy designed to lock boaters into a complete ecosystem. Brunswick hull, Mercury engine, Navico electronics, all integrated, all under one roof, all feeding back to the same balance sheet. At the 2024 Miami Boat Show, Brunswick reported that more than 90% of all boats on display had Navico products installed, including competitors' hulls, your chart plotter, your radar, your sonar, your joystick, all Brunswick. And it doesn't stop at the screen. The trolling motor, Motor Guide, Brunswick, the battery charger, Mastervolt, Brunswick, the shore power cord, Marinco, the bilge pump, Atwood, the trim tabs, the circuit breakers, the fuel senders, all Brunswick subsidiaries. This isn't a boat company, it's a vertically integrated supply chain that happens to sell boats. If you've made it this far, you already know this channel doesn't waste your time. Subscribe. We do this every week and the list does not get shorter. Now, Lund and Crestliner, the aluminum fishing brands half the guys in the Midwest grew up trailering behind a pickup. Brunswick bought both from Genmar in 2004 for $191 million. Here's where it gets genuinely interesting. Lund builds riveted hulls, Crestliner builds welded. Those are different construction methods and they matter. But in 2010, Brunswick moved Crestliner production into the Lund plant in New York Mills, Minnesota. Sister brands, one factory. A Crestliner owner on The Hull Truth reported that his warranty parts shipped from Low, a third Brunswick aluminum brand. Same warehouse, same parts bin. Different logo on the invoice, and a different price on the sticker at the boat show. And if you think nobody's noticed this pattern before, in 1998, 21 independent boat builders sued Brunswick for monopolizing the stern drive engine market. Mercury controlled 85 to 90% of stern drives. At the time, the jury agreed. $133 million verdict after trebling. Brunswick appealed, and the Eighth Circuit reversed on procedural grounds. The claims were filed too late. The behavior itself was never disputed. The window just closed. The playbook hasn't changed since then. It's scaled. So here's the full picture. Brunswick builds your hull under a dozen brand names, bolts on its own engine, installs its own electronics, sells you replacement parts through its own distribution channels. And if you don't want to own the boat at all, Freedom Boat Club, 442 locations worldwide. Also Brunswick, $5.24 billion in revenue last year. Roughly 70% of their adjusted operating profit comes from aftermarket parts and recurring services. They make more money keeping you locked in than they do selling you the boat in the first place. Sit with that for a second. I'm not telling you every Brunswick boat is junk. Boston Whaler's closed-cell foam Unibond hull is genuinely unique engineering. That's the one I'd put my family on. The Lund Pro V is still one of the best aluminum fishing platforms on the water, but the branding has outlasted the construction differences on most of these boats. So here's where you look if you want out of the ecosystem entirely. Grady White, privately owned by Eddie Smith since 1968. One owner, 57 years, Greenville, North Carolina. Center consoles and dual consoles 18 to 45 feet. More customer satisfaction awards than any builder in the industry. Hand-laid fiberglass, through-bolted hardware, and a warranty that means something. They are not cheap. A Fisherman 270 will run you past $300,000. But pull up the resale data. Grady Whites hold value because the hulls hold up. Regulator Marine. Joan and Owen Maxwell, Edenton, North Carolina. Hand-laid solid fiberglass deep V hulls. No balsa core, no plywood stringers. Pull a hatch on a Regulator and you see clean layup, real resin work, stainless that isn't painted to look like stainless. The ride is stiffer in a chop than a stepped hull. That's a design choice, not a shortcut. They chose structure over cushion, and if neither of those fits the budget, for most of us they don't. Here's what multiple forum repairers and former dealers have said openly. Buy a Brunswick boat 2 to 3 years used. Dealer markup on a new Brunswick hull runs 35 to 40%. Let someone else absorb that hit. A 3-year-old whaler is still a whaler. You just skip the logo tax on day one. You now know something most people at the boat show don't. The company that built the hull also built the engine, built the electronics, owns the parts supply chain, and runs the boat club. That's not an opinion. That's Brunswick's own investor deck. You don't have to avoid them entirely. Half the marine industry is Brunswick. But you stop overpaying the second you understand what you're actually buying. A trim package and a dealer experience wrapped around the same supply chain. Spend accordingly. Next week, we're pulling the deck boards off one of the most popular pontoons sold in America. What's underneath is going to make you rethink every dealer brochure you've ever picked up. YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here, so go ahead and click it. And if you made it to the end, subscribe.